Keep your head up, you'll be okay. A beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. Good times, sunshine, gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies, push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, you'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. A beautiful day.
Welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. It's Monday. It's normally Medium Project Monday, but tonight we're going to be working on a large project we've been working on. That's what we're going to work on for the last 3 days of the stream of the year. This is our last week before we take a couple weeks off. Alright, making sure everything's up to snub here and where it's supposed to be. Hey, stop flipping around on me there. There we go. So, we're going to be working on the Chiefs inlay, the end zone inlay. I got absolutely nothing done since Thursday on it. I hate to say that, but definitely got busy this week. So this weekend got a lot of stuff done, but just a lot of stuff going on. So I was actually up till 10 minutes ago before I finally got my laptop back over here in my area. So I was working on some laser etch tumblers. I got some more orders for those today, so got those going. I pretty much had the laser going pretty much every day since Thursday. Friday is my normal day, but had a lot of extras to do, so get more over in the center here. So yeah, we got literally nothing done on it. I was really hoping to get a good chunk done on it, but got a lot of laser orders in over the weekend and a few chainmail orders, so I mean it's cool. At least I got a little bit of chainmail to do. But definitely a lot less than I was kind of hoping for this weekend, but got a lot of stuff to get caught up and out. Since just a quick reminder, this Thursday will be the last day I can guarantee Christmas orders. Get them in before Thursday. It's something bigger sooner, depending on what you want, but I'll email anybody out. I normally personally contact everybody from orders, so I like to make sure everything's in order before we proceed further. And through the years, that's actually helped people not quite ordering exactly what they want, so it was always good that I contacted them. Other times, I knew what they want, that's what they ordered. And still contacted them, but didn't necessarily need to, but I like to kind of do it for most orders. So get them in by Thursday. Quick reminder too, on Thursday we'll be running the stream starting it at 6 instead of 7:30. I've got a lot of things going on that day. Got a couple computers I got to look at and fix. Hopefully they don't take forever long. Chiefs game that night. Got my stream going that night. I might have a run to the school to drop off some more tumblers for them, possibly. That's their last night of concessions for the year, so I'm hoping I can get that done Wednesday, but I'm not quite sure yet. So it's going to be a very busy week too. Got in some more equipment today that I was not expecting in till, honestly, I didn't figure I'd get it till early next week. And when I looked at the tracking 2 days ago, it said Thursday, so I was like, well, it's already going to be about 4 or 5 days early. And then it showed up today, so I was like, okay. Nowhere near ready for that. I figured I had another week out before it would show up, so But I can't complain. I mean, it was super quick, and I'm happy about that. Now I just got to get a lot of other things done. After the stream tonight, I will be not I'll be reorganizing the laser. It's set up right now to do tumblers, cups, and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna have to pull that out so I got some flat things I need to get done. Etchings on our cutting boards, and I want to get a picture frame. I don't have those listed yet, but I've got picture frames, and I'm going to start laser etching. They got a wide border so you can put all kinds of different things on it. And, again, with the other orders too, I got smaller things, so I'll be getting that going too, so I can get some more lasering done tomorrow, which means I probably won't get any of this worked on tomorrow, unfortunately. I'd like to, but I'm just highly doubting it at this point in time, the way things have been going. But after Thursday, I'll actually have a couple weeks where I might have a little bit of chain mailing or lasering, but for the most part it'll be just tearing down the shop area here, the work area, and just redoing everything. Still some areas I'm in limbo. I just need to actually get the pieces moved there and see if they're going to be workable. And if so, then I'll continue. If not, I'll try to figure something else out as I go along. So it should be an interesting couple weeks. But also, don't forget Thursday night. If we can get some people here Thursday, make sure you like and share and give out hearts and all that good stuff. We're going to try to do a giveaway Thursday for a few items. Nothing super huge or anything like that, but just to hopefully have a fun little time if we get enough people. I need to advertise that out if I can post a picture, that is. Also, I haven't tried today, but yesterday and the day before when I tried to post pictures to a post, it wouldn't take the pictures. It's only affecting the business account. I'm unsure exactly why. It didn't give me any warnings or anything like I would normally get when this or that happens. And I can post pictures to other groups. I could post them to my personal page, but business page, whenever the pop-up would normally happen for you to pick your picture, it wouldn't let me do it. So I'm unsure what's going on with that. I'm hoping I probably will test that again later tonight. I was trying to post a picture of this big old tub that I filled up last week. Got a 120-gallon tote that is currently 3/4 of it full of anodized aluminum. And it was about 68 pounds, I believe, worth of anodized aluminum in there. Backup. That's not counting all the stuff that's currently out and open, ready to be weaved into stuff. So, what was it, 8 now? Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just need one more. So yeah, I had a big old thing. I pretty much filled it up. I filled the rest up with scales. And then I had a bunch of round rings of various sizes and this and that, and just more chainmail making ring supplies. I'm trying to think of everything that was in there. Some of the stretchy bracelets or stretchy cores for the HP sliders. I can't even remember. It was just backup stuff that I had hanging ready to use when needed. And then I just kind of topped it off there, like I said, with the rings, various round rings, and 4, 8, 12, whatever size they were. And I'll be working next on getting, I actually have a ton of coils that need to get put up. I've made up a bunch of coils, just still haven't cut them yet. I normally try to wait for the right time, and so far I haven't really needed them. I've coiled them in certain sizes that I want, but nothing that was in urgency, so I've just got them coiled and I haven't cut them yet. I was like, I'd rather just do a big cutting day, so got those still to put up. Then I have all the stainless and niobium and titanium and all that stuff to get all the extras of that put up, not what's out in the work boxes underneath my bench. Those will be easy enough just to move out and away when the time comes. But yeah, I didn't realize I kind of had that much stuff, but that does include the most recent stuff. I had about 12 pounds. It's only 12 pounds of black ice, bronze, champagne. That all came in, and so that was about 12 pounds of it. But I have, like I said, I normally try to keep a good chunk on site, but it's a slow building progress, and whenever I do have it, I find stuff to build out of it, so then I use it up and need more. About how it always goes. You can never have too many rings. That's what I always say. So that'll be, like I said, work on the laser tonight a little bit, and then actually I'm going to move a few other things around, because right now it's like a Jenga puzzle almost. I'm moving certain things into certain rooms, but trying to keep them at a point. All my chainmail working stuff I'll still have pretty easily available, but some of the other stuff, wheel it into the other room, but keep it in a place that, I know when I'll be needing it to come back when I get certain things moved, and trying to keep everything in an order, so once I move one thing I can bring in another, and then all the space that I need just to store all the extras that are around and on top and under the workbench. Alright, go ahead and mark those off before I get too far. So we're 6 white, so we're on to the 8 red. Rest should be the same. 4, 7, 8. But hopefully we can get in, minimum of 2 lines tonight. Like I said, we probably will just run our hour tonight. Just because I need to get back into that laser stuff tonight, so I can get a few other things taken care of tonight. And kind of have it prepared for tomorrow. If I can get a few things going tonight, it'll just save me some time for tomorrow. Trying to figure out a shopping time within there. And the youngest, the daughter, she, like I said, she's 21, so the youngest isn't like a kid anymore, but she got herself a new used car. I mean, it's a nice car, though, I tell you what. It's an older one, 2008. So, I mean, we're looking at 12, 13, 14 years old or so. But, man, is it in really nice condition. It's only got 50,000 miles on it. It's a pretty nice car. Mazda 3. Yeah. It was weird, first thing I noticed when I went looking at it, because we have a Mazda MPV van. And steering wheels are exactly the same buttons everywhere to control this and that. It was kind of weird. Now ours is even an older van than that, but it's a nice car, not a whole lot of miles. I don't know if it didn't get as many miles because it's a manual transmission, stick shift. Not a lot of people do those anymore, or even have the idea of how to drive them anymore. So, didn't bring the price down any. It was still high in my mind for a used car, but used car prices right now are insane anyway, so. But, I mean, I hope she's happy with it. I think it was a overall pretty good deal for the miles it had on it. It should give her some good years of service. As long as she can keep up the upkeep on it and don't let anything go real crazy or anything. Compared to her old 96 Taurus that you looked at it sideways and it needs a new this. You breathe in it wrong, it needs a new that. So, it's an improvement over that, I will say, for sure. And hopefully we'll give her good, reliable transportation. Should be nice, because she's been borrowing our van every day. So we've been having to work schedules out with, you know, things I got to do for the business, things the wife's got to do for her and the son for doctor's appointments, and all that, and then she's got school that she'd go to at night. It was crazy there for this past, probably a month or so, when her Taurus finally kind of, we know what's wrong with it and what it would take to kind of just get it fixed from the issues that it says it has right now for about $250 to $300. If we could do some of it ourselves, and then some friends could help do the other part, you know, we'd have to pay a little bit for that. But then she was just worried, you know, it's been every couple months it's always putting money into it. And I get it, I mean, any car is going to be that way though. But this was an older car, so. And they're Tauruses. They are such a pain in the butt to work on sometimes. And right now the thing that needs to be replaced is kind of a pain in the butt. Well, one of the things. I'm not even sure about the second part. I was just more looking at the distributor. I forget exactly what they call it. It's this little thing that runs off the engine, but it's underneath like 18 other things to get to it. And, yeah. But she's also she had a radiator leak in it somewhere, and there was looking probably going to need to replace the radiator, so she just wanted to, you know, get her in a newer car, and something she won't have to put money into right away, and I think this will do it, hopefully, for her. Now she's just got to fully figure out a stick. Now, I mean, I've driven a stick several times well, back when I was younger, that's pretty much all the cars I had were stick shifts. Now everything's more automatic, so I can still drive a stick, but she's got the basic idea of it now, just needs a little bit more practice in it and feel more comfortable. I know it's kind of weird to buy a car that you might not know how to drive right off the bat, but it was like I said, it was a good deal. Low miles. I mean, it literally looks like somebody just barely drove, you know, in it. Maybe somebody older that had it and just didn't drive a whole lot, just to do necessity driving and stuff, because 50,000 miles for a 13-year-old car is not a whole lot of miles. But I guess it came out of the snowbird area, Arizona. So there's no rust or anything. I think there's maybe a couple little bitty scratches here and there. But overall, I mean, it's still in good shape. Definitely never seen a dirt road or a gravel road, because there's no marks in the front or anything near the sides that you normally get from, you know, here in Missouri. You'll find cars like that, because I mean, there's a lot of areas that are not paved around here that, you know, and then just, you know, salt eats at a freaking car, and this looks like it's pretty good. So I need to bring this thing down a little bit. There we go. I couldn't quite see my full picture. Well, I could, but it was all like really dark since I was at such an angle. But I'm happy for her. I'm proud of her. And she did it all on her own. She didn't need a cosigner or anything like that, so she was able to just kind of. That's what, you know, she's been working for years to keep her credit going and all that. So I think she's a little scared of the payments coming up, but I think she'll get used to it and she'll do fine. She had a decent amount of down payment, so that helps on that front too. Instead of, just paying a couple $100 for a down payment, some of these places want. She made a pretty decent deposit on that, so that'll help. Did help. And now we got this other car she's going to have to figure out what to do with. So like, it needs a little work. You can turn around and probably sell it, not very much, but, get a little bit out of it. I mean, even as a junk car, normally you can get, $250, $350 out of somebody that's just going to come and get it as a junker. So, I mean, maybe somebody that's got a little time and know-how, they could probably easily get it going again and running. I mean, because it ran pretty decent. Now that this piece, I forget what it is, kind of like the timing to the spark plug thing, small little plate thing with a magnet in it that tells the computer on what to do, blah blah blah. And yeah, with it out, it just doesn't, it'll start up but it doesn't want to run worth crap. And all the codes we pulled up, verify that. So, but I was like, if you get a little bit of something out of it, that can go into getting the little extras you might need for the current new car. Everything going good tonight? Looks like it. Haven't really looked too much. I made sure I did a reboot earlier today, and I really haven't done much on the desktop today. I'm going to spend most of my time on the laptop working on the laser etcher, working on the tumblers. Yeah, I'm into that. I got to thank everybody again for the orders and stuff over the past year. Since the year's coming to a close, we've started off kind of slow this year, but things definitely picked up around March, April. We've had a much better year than I was expecting, so that's nice. Hope we can continue that on into 2022. Hopefully 2022 will be nice. We'll see how things go. I know the wife's getting on some new meds that are hopefully going to help her. She's been having a past month and a half, 2 months, she's been having a harder and harder time. I mean, that's something that we knew would, start, but with her autoimmune diseases. But, she's always pushed through and does what she can with that, in all reality, and she's made it well past years ago that they gave her, saying that this will cause this and that, and expect this and then blah blah blah. Everything's been definitely a lot longer than what they first said, so that's a good thing. But she definitely can't help with doing events as much as she used to be able to, so that's a couple. Another thing I've been thinking about is reorganizing my tent, because we're not putting out as much because I fill it up so quick, but I've got a few ideas. I'm going to do some small tests and see if I can do this and have it make for an easier setup, because there's a few things that just take a long time to fully get set up. It's big enough, when you get there and get the tent up pretty quick. Your walls, sometimes, depends. But then getting out all the merchandise is what just takes forever. So I'm going to be looking into that once spring rolls around. Tried a few different setups. If I can get this new idea for a display setup, will make things a lot quicker and easier. Right now I use a ton of hooks on the grid wall for a lot of stuff, and that's what takes forever, is getting all the hooks up there and getting all the product on them. So I'm trying to find ways to streamline some of that where there's a lot less little bitty things to do. So I can do the major stuff. I mean, I'm getting older, it takes me a little longer to do all that, but doing all that little stuff, boy, that's what takes most of the time. So hopefully we'll get a better setup, and then, you know, she can come to some events and hang out. Like I said, she just can't do what she used to do, so. But, I'm getting older too, so I can't do what I used to do 20 years ago. Pull those all-nighters, go out, have fun. I've never been a big going out person, really, all that much, so. I won't say I'm a homebody, the wife would say that, but, I got a few select friends, and, and going to events is like a little bit of therapy for me in a way, so. I remember the first event we went to almost 8 years ago, maybe over 8 years ago now, I don't even remember, that we did. That was the most nerve-wrackingest event ever. We had such a small little area, small little tent, small supplies, and every year it's kind of fun to go back sometimes and look at some of those first pictures. And so, I had 2 tables that were barely had much on there. Now I'm filling 3 tables plus walls, and like I said, the last event we didn't even put out, but probably maybe a half-ish, maybe just a bit over half-ish of the stuff, just because I didn't want to be too cluttered. So I didn't want to put everything out there, but I tried to make a good mix of stuff and change it up on a while, when people come in and get stuff, and then try to fill back in holes. I'd pull out more stuff and rearrange some things. So everything going. Another FOH. Whatever FOH is. If y'all would explain an FOH, but I think you're just spammers hitting a YouTube channel. I didn't go check that last week either, did I? No. Forgot, because I don't really head to the YouTube channel since I'm not really doing anything other than mostly just live stream. I have a few videos that weren't live stream that I put up over there. Will plan on putting up a couple more once I get some of this new stuff this next year. And like I said, I thought about doing some video tutorial type things for some basic weaves, just to have some stuff over there like that. But we'll see how that goes, and I think with the new setup that'll help facilitate doing stuff like that. Alright, that row is done. That was row 68, so 6,800 in there. Now we're going to the next one. Alright, definitely gotta keep my counts once I get past the end zone. That's when things will change. Where are we at? We under 30? Yeah. So we'll get this next row done, then we'll probably call it quits. We'll see what's going on. I'll pull out the picture again. We haven't gotten very far, like I said, this past week. But hopefully, minimum we can get in 6 rows before the end of Thursday. But after Thursday, I will be putting it up to pack it away as I make the move. So I know there will be no work on it until I get things set back up. And hopefully I'll get it set up quick enough that I can actually get some work done on it before we come back to our live streams, which will be Monday, January 3rd, by the way. That's when we'll come back with our live streams and continue on the same schedule as before. I thought about maybe changing it up, but it's working so far. So, like I said, if you guys have any ideas or thoughts and something I should maybe try to do or change up, let me know. I want to kind of keep it on a schedule so people know when I'll be on. I just don't want to set a time and then could be this day, could be that day, which I don't mind. Other places do that kind of thing, but I'd rather kind of be set up for the standard days. And the 3 days have worked, and if I got something bigger and on an order and stuff like we did with the flag, then we would do more streams if they wanted it to be streamed. But Vicky wanted to see the stream of her flag being made, so that's pretty much all we did. Whatever nights we streamed, and then work outside the stream too. But and other orders. I think that's why I'm trying to think. Was it about 6 weeks we worked on the Chiefs flag? It could have been a lot quicker. Most of the inlays could go a lot quicker if that's all I'm constantly just working on, as long as I'm not doing other stuff. But that hasn't happened here since, 2 years ago when I did the Chiefs jersey, the Mahomes jersey. I did that in 39 days, 175 hours in that time. So I mean, I was working on it quite a bit. Daughter and wife was like, yeah, that's when he disappeared and we didn't see him, because I was working several hours a day, if not more. I think the minimum day was like a 3-hour day on it, but most days were 6 to 8 hours. That was right at the start of the pandemic. It was a little easier to kind of not have to worry about doing too much other stuff at that point, really. Nobody was really buying stuff. No events were happening. No events I had to plan for. Could have done web work, but I was just like, I'm going to get into this jersey. That was after the first... I wouldn't want to say the first Super Bowl, but after the latest Chiefs Super Bowl win is when I decided to do it. And I'd said... probably, actually, before that happened, maybe 8 months before that happened, I'd seen David from Canada, David T. I can't pronounce the last name. I would screw it up, so he helped me come up with getting it going, and I'd seen him do some jerseys before, hockey jerseys, and I was like, I love seeing his things popping up there, and I was like, when the Chiefs win a Super Bowl, I'm going to make one. And I honestly, at the time, figured, our team's looking better. But I just didn't expect to see a Super Bowl after that, like 8 months later. I honestly did not think that was going to happen. So that was a little weird. And so it's like, well, everything came to fruition quick. So I'm going to make it quick. And it came out pretty decent. A few little things I might have tweaked on it, but overall, I'm happy with it. Now, as long as I don't gain too much weight, I don't have to work on letting it out any. Hopefully, I've been somewhat steady for many years now, but probably need to lose a little bit. But who doesn't? There's another real dark one. I just mixed in all my dark ones into my big old pile here. I'm still getting some out of these newer bags, but I had a little box of dark greens that I'd through the years that would show up in my greens, so I just had those and never knew what I was going to use them for. And I figured, you know what? I'm using so much green here. I'm just going to mix all these dark ones in, because they weren't necessarily all quite the same, so it was going to be hard to build something out of them anyway. Oh, excuse me. And when I did this, I was like, well, this would probably be the perfect place to kind of mix them in, since, I won't use them for much of anything else, unless, the effect could be cool if you wanted to really go through them, but I was like, we'll just mix them into my greens here and work them into doing the, let's see here, we need 3. Work them into the field here. But, well, I did roll this up, and I ended up rolling this up on Friday to put it out of the way while I was doing some other thing, and I think that's one reason why. There was a few times I thought about it, but I was like, by the time I get it out, I'm only going to get, 30 minutes in this round. And so, it'd take me 30 minutes to kind of get it all set back up. And so hopefully I can leave it out, and that might actually give me a little more freedom to get a little bit done while I'm waiting. Okay, now I need to start counting. We got the 1, 2, 3 light. Alright, so I need 20. Because then we're going to start part of the lower the F here, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 2 more, 20. Make sure I get on the right counts here. Till we get the majority of this, till we get to the bottom of the F, I guess. Then it'll be the same for a little bit before the top starts shifting, since it's all kind of italicized in a way. Oh, and don't forget to check out Mailworks. I'll need to post another link here for all your chainmail related items that are printed chainmail, and not just, like I said, little squares. These are whole things. The whole cloth of a shirt is this way. It's like, it's really nice stuff. I've got a few more items coming myself. I was hoping to use one of his big tapestries as a background for the new stream starting next year, but right now he's having issues with his large tapestries. So I do hope to get that and have it as a background at some point. I didn't necessarily ask him if I could use it as a background, but I don't think he'd mind. I will ask him once I can order it. And if I couldn't anyway, I'd still want it, so it's all good either way. But I've got me a couple shirts, a couple more shirts. He's got puzzles and all kinds of stuff. Go over there and check out Sean at Mailworks. Once I get these greens done, I'll make a quick post over there for it, so you could go check it out easier. And he's still got many things I'd love to get. I could use almost one of everything in there. I got a wife, so even the women's side of things, I could get that for her. Eventually I'll probably get her a few other things too, though. But I like the shirts for when I'm doing events, because people are like, hey, your shirt's like this stuff. Yeah, it's not an actual chainmail shirt, but it's in the related realm, so I wanted a couple more, so for multi-day events I can still wear chainmail shirts, because before that I only had the one. But everybody's got puzzles and mouse pads and desk pads and shoes and car covers, car seat covers, which I'd love to have too. Shoes and just one of the most recent things was the plates that go over your switch plates. Yeah, for your on and off switches or your plug-in switches covers. And I got that in a basic 4-in-1 now. That's kind of cool. I wouldn't necessarily mind a few of them, but all ours in this house are so weird and out of place. It's not an old house. I mean, it's getting old. It was mid-80s is when it was built. And so, but they've rewired and done a lot of different things since it was originally built, but faceplates are the odd ones. And no, I'm not one of those ones where you just flip it around and it works, the silly memes that, why can't I get this to work? Or what's that new meme I've seen like that? Oh, somebody was a picture of all these letters that they ordered. They ordered a Noel letter set. And says something like, I ordered Noel, but I can't use these. Anybody know that could use a Leon letter set? It's just the letters were out of place. I'm sure it was all a goof thing, but it's still kind of funny. next. I think we're going to have a few extra white because we're going to start working down the F at the slight angle. So I'll go ahead and get the Mailworks link posted here. Try to do it on almost all my streams if at all possible. Alright, let me mark that off real quick. Come back with 4 of them. Oh, and then the rest are all red, so that'll be nice too. Alright, come here, mousy. Let's go over here and go the full melee. There it goes. And I put in M, it shows up, but it disappears down the list real quick. And then every letter up till I get to the E in Mailworks, it won't show up again. So there's Mailworks link. Should be linkable, clickable. Take you over to the Facebook page Mailworks, and from there you can find his shop and just give him likes and shares there too, and give him a follow. He does chainmail streams. I don't know if he will tonight. I think he's been kind of under the weather the last few days. Hopefully he's doing better. I know he didn't stream the one night, and I've seen something about him being ill, so I don't know if he'll be on there tonight, but he normally streams at 9 o'clock Central Time. I don't think that's what his time is. I think it's 8 o'clock for him, but for me it's 9 o'clock. That's why I like to finish up at the latest by 9. Finish somewhere between 8:30 and 9 anyway, so that I can watch his stream if I'm not too busy. If he has one tonight, I'll probably have it on, but let's see here. Yeah, let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah. So I don't have to worry about counting them. Now we're just going full reds. But yeah, he's a chainmailer at heart, but his business is chainmail related items, printed wise. Like I said, he's got some puzzles too. I'd love to do some puzzles. We've done puzzles throughout the years here, and last year when the pandemic hit, we actually did several puzzles. Got them hanging up down in the kids' play area room that has become more storage at this point. Hopefully I can get it weaned out some so that they can have more room down there. But you know, we also have an old dryer. Bought a new washer dryer because the washer just went kaput. But the dryer was still good, but we just bought a new set, so I've got a dryer sitting over there. That's where our other deep freeze is, and all the DVDs up on the shelves. So, well, and then obviously I got a good third of it for Booga box storage for all my completed stuff. Basically, what I pack up when we do an event is over there. I don't like to leave that stuff out, and at least, you know, I'll leave my tables out there, and I would normally leave some of my grid walls out there, but I've been using more of my grid walls as cat stoppers. So I had pulled all the grid walls out of there, but all those sandbags for weights and stuff, but I don't like to leave my product out there or any. I mean, most time I need my tools on my bench anyway, but you know, I do have an extra little box. Well, I say little, but there's a good amount of rings that I do take just in case I need to do some major something. I don't have currently everything in every size in there, but they're about tic-tac size boxes. They're enough where I can add a couple inches to something if need be. That I do normally take with me. You know, I don't want to leave that kind of stuff out there either, so most of it comes in, gets kind of stored over there, and I'm thinking about redoing a couple of my spinners. I've got 3 spinners, and I think I need to, I made them 4-sided, but I think I need to make them back down to 3-sided because they're so freaking heavy. But I think I'm going to do, my wife suggested doing my dog tags that I currently have. Kind of just doing instead of putting them up on one of the spinners, I could put them on top of the table I liked them being spread out in a way, but I get the idea of people searching and looking. They're going to look more at them that way, because sometimes when they're looking at them on the spinners, they think the things that are behind it are the same thing that are in front. And a lot of my hooks have multiple different things on it, just because I got a lot of just single things, because they're what do they call it? Upcycling things. If I use pamphlets or whatnot to do it, they're one-offs, Then some of the laser stuff could be a couple of the same type things, and any printable stuff could have a few of the same things, but I don't want it to be overboard of the same thing. So I've got actually quite a few. We'll see. I've got I'm trying to think, probably 20 fronts to each side. And so I got 20 dog tags hanging of the recycled kind, but I've probably got 50, 60 different recycled tags, upcycled tags. So a lot of people don't notice the ones behind it, thinking that they're going to be the same, because on the laser side they kind of are if I have a double of anything. But I only, when I do laser stuff, I normally try to make up one or two of those at any given time, so I don't have a bunch of the same things. Now it'd be nice to eventually be able to do, this in every color, but but I'm thinking about doing that, because then that'd be a less spinner I have to carry around, and they're kind of a pain to get transported, laying flat without things flying off the hooks per se. One, I've got a whole spinner that's nothing but earrings, and then I've got another spinner that's a mix of a lot of my stretchy bracelets and keychains. And so I'm kind of thinking about trying to combine that stuff down, where I'll end up with maybe only one or two spinners. I don't know if it'd make it any better or not per se, but be a little easier for transporting, because that pretty much is what I got to keep in the van. The rest of the stuff pretty much fits in the trailer. That being four-sided as they currently are, they're just heavy, hard to move around. Even at 3, they still got some good weight to them. So I don't know. I'm going to be looking at that, trying a few different things probably. Just so I can get more stuff out, but still look organized. Because I got, like I said, so much stuff, I don't want it to look just... As it stands now, people still overlook certain things because, something draws their eye here, but if they looked up or just, straight ahead or looked up, they would see all the other things. So I'm trying to... I've been having to go vertical on doing my stuff, because it no longer all fits flat on tabletops or anything anymore, so... Let's see here. Where are we at? Anyway, 40... Oh yeah, we'll finish this up in 13 minutes without a problem. Probably before that, but... That'll give us a few extra minutes here to show the picture, see where we're at now that we kind of get the F all going. Like I said, it seemed like I was going to be going a lot further, but you're not. Once this gets pulled straight, it kind of makes that part longer and less wide. So I wish there was an easy way to do gravity on this. I thought about actually trying to make a jig that could hold it once it starts getting longer. And I can just work off the dangling edge, but it wouldn't show very well on a stream that way unless I had a different camera angle, which could be a thing. I could still try to maybe work that, I don't know if it'd actually make it any faster or not, because I work pretty fast laying it flat like this. You just don't get that full gravity stretch when you want to look at it, though, till you can actually get it up on something. Well, at least we got a little bit done tonight. 2 rows in. This will give us 6,900. So we'll be almost up to that 7,000 mark. maybe I can just, I mean, if I can get 25 minutes in tomorrow just to get at least that row done, come back at 7,000 or more. We'll see. Like I said, what's tomorrow? It's Tuesday, so it's got the laser stuff I know in the morning. I don't have to run out there. It's more just, again, working on getting all this extra stuff packed up and a few things that I probably would have actually moved one of these benches by now if I wasn't doing the live stream. But that's been part of it, trying to keep everything in it so I can still do a live stream with the current setup without having to kind of redo a few things. It wouldn't be necessarily a bad thing, but like I said, as I'm getting older, my back starts hurting after a while, so I can only do so much moving around of all this heavy stuff at any given time. Where I need to stop and take a break. Sun helps out with that, though, when I got the bigger things to do, but, I still try to do a lot of it myself, even though I shouldn't. But, I found tricks and things to more easily move things around sometimes than, when I was younger and just grab it and manhandle it. Now I manhandle it in style, I guess. I'll use certain things to help with all that, so. Kind of in the same premise of, those furniture sliders you can get to put under things. It's not necessarily those, because they really wouldn't fit on anything that I have, but I'll make things out of cardboard to help maneuver stuff around. And anymore, if I do, I'll holler at the boy going, hey, I need some help. Come lend your old man some muscle power. Now I just need to get the grandkids to get, a little bit older. Then I can holler at them too. Come help Grandpa. The old Grandpa needs your help. What day was that? Was that Saturday? No, it wasn't yesterday, so yeah, it had to be Saturday. Maybe it was. Was it yesterday? Maybe it was yesterday. I don't even remember. My days have been. The grandkids were over here. Yeah, it had to been yesterday. I was doing some laser work, so I was spending a lot of time down here with the laser. But them and the youngest daughter, they were making up a Christmas chain so they could hang it up on the wall and stuff. So they made up this super old long chain that would pretty much go around the living room, and we're hanging it up. And the oldest grandkid was sitting in Grandma's lap, and I was over there helping the youngest, kind of in a way, holding the tape for her while she was scrolling up a wall trying to tape it all up. And at one point, she just looked over at me, and I was like, I needed to sit down. My back was starting to hurt, and she called me an old man. And here's Wyatt over there in the chair, and he's like, did Auntie just call him an old man? But he was so shy about it. He was like, I don't know if I should repeat that. Is that going to make him mad that somebody called him an old man? And he took forever to say out the sentence talking to Granny, because he kept looking at Granny, Grandma, and then looking at me, and then looking at Aunt. And he was like almost afraid to say it in a way. And I was like, don't be afraid to call me an old man. I know I'm an old man. But just the daughter and me just got a kick out of the way he was kind of trying to be nice about it. Because she was calling me the old man. And I'm like, yeah, I'm old. I know it. You can call me an old fart too. But it was kind of funny the way everything was playing out then. I got a kick out of it. Alright, so there's that row. I'm not going to fully pull it out. I'd have to move that other stuff. But the end zone, sidelines over there, it's kind of basically what you're seeing here. This part's kind of rolled up on itself, so it's overhanging the green. But for the most part, that's the basics of it. Like I said, it'll stretch out more once gravity takes over. It gives a nice straight lines and all that. So something, like I said, it's just harder to do when it's laying flat. That's the best I can pretty much do there. So we're just now getting into the center of the F here. It looks longer here than it is, but even when I do these, they have a little more stretch than what I'll actually get. So I have to compensate for that whenever I'm working on my graphics and whatnot to do this. So, but yeah, 3 more rows. I'll finish off down to the bottom of the F here, and then we just got the fill in of the F here. So hopefully I can get another row or 2 done on it. Like I said, this by some tomorrow, maybe Wednesday morning. We'll see. I know Wednesday is going to be hopefully a grocery shopping day. I got to figure that too. Got to fit that into the schedule. But I want to thank everybody. We're going to go ahead and close up after an hour tonight. What time we got? Still got about 5 minutes though. But we are going to go ahead and start closing up. Just to we'll bring out. I don't know if you caught him or not, but I gave my Chanian a Santa hat. Just sits right on there. Actually, it looks really good. I liked it. I'm glad we did that last week. But again, thanks to y'all for joining us, seeing us. If you watch live or you're watching later, it's all good either way. Just don't forget to give likes, shares, give hearts, thumbs ups, whatever you can give. Helps the algorithm show up on more walls to get us out there. A lot of people that have been with us for a while, they don't get us showing up on their walls as much because they haven't checked us out as often. So the more stuff we get up there, the more likes and all that, the more they pop up into those people's walls. I've had a few messages here recently from a few people from 3 or 4 years ago that got stuff from events. They're like, yeah, we just now started seeing that you're having some more stuff come up. And I was like, yeah, I'm always here doing stuff. It's just, will it show up on your wall? That's another story. So don't forget to give all shot, likes, shares, all that. It's all great. If you're part of YouTube or Twitch land, have accounts over there, find us over there. Give us a subscribe and likes over on those 2 systems. I don't necessarily put them out there for everything, but all my streams go to all 3 places. So you could just check us out over there if you want. And we'll see, tomorrow's Tuesday. We won't be streaming, so we'll be back Wednesday to work some more on this on Wednesday night. Wednesday night will again be 7:30. Thursday we will be starting at 6 with a giveaway around 7. So hopefully we'll see y'all there. Y'all have a great night. Peace.